electric lawnmowers are super quiet, but sometimes the batteries give out whenever they get really old. And also, you know, sometimes this one had some issues with corrosion. This is the top of one of the old batteries, and they are 24-volt batteries. So we tried running it on a 12-volt car battery, and it spins, but obviously it got half as fast as it did with the original battery. So the one step better than that, we have two AGM, they're lead acid 12-volt cells, just a little bit smaller, and we can connect them together. 12 volt plus 12 volt equals 24, which is the same as the original. What we're experimenting with is, you can see this is somewhat dirty. This is actually a solar panel. So whenever you're mowing outside in the bright sunlight, you can trickle charge the batteries. Now, of course, with solar panels, just have to be mindful of a couple things. This one is already has some additional circuitry in there to make sure that whenever there's no sunlight, the power from the battery doesn't go backwards into the solar panel the wrong way. Just a part called a diode that's in there. But this was built for an RV, like it's kind of has the purpose of charging batteries in mind. So in that case, all we have to do is just connect the solar panel to the terminals. Now, it was easy to charge the 12-volt battery with the solar panel since, of course, it also was a 12-volt being built for an RV. This year, if we use it with the double battery setup, we'll just have to charge one battery at a time. So before we hook up the batteries, make sure we understand how the safety mechanism works. You push this button down and then you squeeze the handle. You can hear that click, it turns on. So to make sure it doesn't come alive while we're connecting up the new batteries, we're just going to take the safety switch out and it cannot engage the system. So in order to connect the batteries, I just need a simple little connector. Well, I've got two, I think these are called spade connectors, but they're the opposite of what these are on the battery. So they just slide on, kind of friction tight. So I have one side done. I just carefully cut around this, trying not to score the copper, because that could make it weaken, or it could break right where if you score the copper. So I am just going to crimp the other side of the connector onto this jumper here, so I can hold. I have these pliers that have special, I guess it really is a crimp tool, but it just allows you to get a lot of leverage. Now I can make sure it's all nice and tight. Feels solid. Alright, so I will install the jumper now. I have the one gator clip unplugged, and of course we already removed the safety switch, so there's no chance that any current can flow while I'm doing this. So now I'm going to reinstall the negative lead and just make sure it's not turning on. And so things look good. We can put the safety switch back in, and it should be faster now with the 24 volt batteries. All right, let's see how she runs. Sounds like it always did. Wow, the 24 volt sounds great. We'll just have to make sure we have all the electrical connections, covered up from the environment so they don't corrode or anything, and maybe secure the batteries. But electrically speaking, the motor has all the power that it was designed to. Instead of buying a really expensive battery, this is working terrific.